Hi, welcome back to my take on the major scale and how to learn it all over the fretboard. Hopefully this process has been really good for you. Make sure if you haven't seen the other videos or looked at the other lessons, go back to all the way back to step number 1 and learn it from step number 1, because it's vitally important that you do that. You don't make any shortcuts or try and take it too fast. The key with this is to take your time and memorize the thing so it's locked in your brain and locked in your fingers and you're seeing things appear on the fretboard without having to think about it too much. Okay, so step number 6, we're looking at the 4th degree of the scale. If we go recap over what we've done, step number 1 was the root, step number 2 was the 5th degree, step number 3 was the 3rd degree, step number 4 was the 7th degree, step number 5 was the 2nd degree, or the A note. Step number 6 is the 4th degree. In this case, the 4th degree of the G major scale. If we count it up, we've got 1 is G, 2 is A, 3 is B, 4 is C. Now once again we want to go through and play the exercise on the tab sheet and see how see how these notes interact. Remember, that's the big key. I can't emphasize that anymore, that you're seeing how the notes interact geographically on the fretboard, to see how the intervals and the degrees of the scale are interacting and how they work with each other. If we look at the 4th degree, which we're looking at now, C, which we find on the A string on the 3rd fret, it's straight below our root note. Right below our root note. Okay, so that's very easy to remember. If we look up here on the 5th fret, on the D string, and we go down to the G, once again right below the root note, so that's the 4th. That's very easy to find. All right. One thing I haven't touched on in any of the other videos is, you probably would have noticed by now, when it comes to the B string, this whole idea of geographical positions changes slightly because of the compensation of the B string. When the inventor of the guitar, I think it was Pythagoras, invented this cricket bat with strings, he compensated the B. Don't know why. Someone out there might in YouTube might be able to know and tell us why he did that. I don't know. So if you can find out, let me know. That would be good, so I can pass on the information. So, but basically, so when we go up to the G string here, it's the same thing. We've got notes straight under, but when we go to the B string, so if I look at my G up here on the 12th fret, my C is not straight under. You notice that's not a C, that's a B note. My C note is here on the 13th fret. So be careful of that. Hopefully you should have picked up on that already by learning all the other steps in the scale method, but make sure that you understand that when you play those notes around the B string, you've got to shift it up 1 fret as opposed to where you would normally play it straight under. And I do know of some players that actually down tune their B string just to combat this issue of the compensated B. But once again, that'll screw up all your well-known chord voicings. You have to play them all differently, so do it if you wish. So once again, if you've got any questions, feel free to drop me a comment or an email, or go to my website and check that out. So yeah, make sure once again you just take your time and go through the tab sheet and the exercises, and it should start to make sense. Or hopefully it's making really good sense for you by now. Thanks, bye.